Good evening and welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. I'm Allie and I am honored to be here for Miss Dot today. We have a very special guest. I mean, all of Grandma's guests are very, very special, but I'm really thrilled to be able to spend some time with Adam. I have a feeling that there's some fans out there that are going to be really looking at this, but also I think he's going to garner a whole lot of new fans. Let's welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review, Mr. Adam Lippman.
Thank you, Allie.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here, play some of my music. So I'm going to be doing all originals today is the plan. I've been writing and playing since I was about 15 years old, so, you know, like 5 years. Just kidding. So I'm going to play some stuff from the very beginning, some of my more recent stuff, and a few things in between. So we're going to start a little bit downbeat here, but this song is really meaningful to me because, well, I'm a very sensitive person, and it's very hard for me to cope with certain kinds of intense things. The last couple days have been rough, so I felt like this song was kind of apropos. I like to say it's about coping, but I think it's me attempting to cope and not quite coping. It's called Let the Storm Blow Through. Let the storm blow through. Just let the storm blow through. Lightning strikes and so do you, but I let the storm blow through. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do anything just to see it through. So I let the storm blow through. Just like I always do. Seasons change and you did too, but I let the storm blow through. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do anything just to see it through. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do anything just to see it through. So I let the storm blow through. Let the storm blow through. Thunder claps and you do too, but I let the storm blow through. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do anything. Thank you. Oh, it's a gut wrencher. So incidentally, interesting fact, of all my videos on my YouTube, that's the one that has the most watches, so I guess that's saying something. Okay, so let's see. We're still kind of on the hard times theme here, but I promise we'll get happier. This song was about 2019, which was a dumpster fire for me. A gentleman who was essentially my uncle, unofficially, but in person. He passed away from a stroke. Then one of my oldest friends took his own life in March. So that kind of unwound me. I had to walk away from a job because I couldn't cope. And then a few months later, my mother-in-law died of cancer, and my first cousin also took his life. So, yeah. So this is about that year, and it's called Return to Me. Sorry, I didn't bring any Kleenex. Yesterday is gone. Bring it on. Let's try again. This year's taken me apart. I need a brand new start. Often, won't you return to me? Won't you return to me? Won't you return to me? And I'll believe. So now I lost myself again. I lost a mother and a friend. It's hard to steer with your hands off the wheel and steel that grinds on steel. You can't survive. Won't you return to me? Won't you return to me? Won't you return to me? And I'll believe. Won't you return to me? Won't you return to me? Won't you return to me? And I'll believe. you.
Thank you.
It's like my disco guitar. I don't know if disco describe. There's something fun going on in there. Had to make something fun out of that, you know. All right. These songs are all from my last record, which I released in 2022. It's called Some Things Cast Long Shadows. As you can tell from the subject matter, a lot of depth to it, a lot of things, life changes and things to talk about. So, and I'm also an artist, so I did the album cover for that, and also my other single, which I'll play in a little bit. So, if you like the drawing, that's me too. This was kind of I guess you could say this was like my single on that record. It's called Sunblind. This is a full production on the album with all the instruments, and starting with some strings, which I don't have a string player with me today, so let's get creative here. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Once gave me a chance for your hand at the backyard dance. In the rain in New York, we were younger. Takes me forever and forever, takes me forever, you know. Now we had better get it together, bring back that yesterday glow. Time is all we need to find, put it all behind, 'cause I am on your side. Ooh. I know that it's fine. The trouble is in my mind. I deny what I know is right. Your sun drives me blind. Takes me forever and forever, takes me forever, you know. Now we had better get it together, bring back that yesterday glow. I know that you'll be mine. Takes me forever and forever, takes me forever, you know. Now we had better get it together, bring back that yesterday glow. Thank you. I really like that song. There's a cool video for that one too. All right, let's see. Okay, this one. Now we're keeping it a little bit more upbeat. So I wrote this song because I love New Orleans. If you've ever been, I went once. Awesome place. I also love Anne Rice and read lots of vampire novels. So, of course, that's why she decided to live there. You need to have, vampires. We were talking about New Orleans, but I wanted something that was kind of like a little different spin, because a lot of people write about New Orleans, and maybe some of them write about vampires too. So I was looking up some stuff, and I found that in 2004 at Christmas, there was like a freak snowfall, and New Orleans was blanketed in snow. And I just thought the imagery of that was really cool and unique. So I tried to paint a picture of that with this song. This is called New Orleans 2004. Old estates graced with lush gardens, cemetery walls, and fresh garlands. Have you ever been to New Orleans in December, my love, my love? Sleet in the trenches and burning incenses, vampires that lurk behind old Gothic fences. New Orleans in the snow, New Orleans, let me go. Cathedral saints, orders all pensive, reflect on Jesus and old kings of Wenceslas. Christmas parades through French Quarter gates, 3 kings and a babe, frozen old faces. New Orleans in the snow. Sleet in the trenches and burning incenses, vampires that lurk behind old Gothic fences. New Orleans in the snow, New Orleans, let me go. Dark avenues transport me to pieces, history tied in centuries of freezes. New Orleans, let me go. Guess I was possessed by a spirit there in the middle. Thank you. All right, so that's probably my most dramatic number. This song is called Perfect. I wrote this when I was 17 years old, and I put it on my first solo album, which I released when I was 30 years old. And I didn't play it for a long time after that, and I kind of reconnected with it about a year ago. Really enjoyed playing it, so this is teen love, I guess. Look at you, picture perfect girl. I can't make up my mind what to do with my life. Don't know where to start. This could keep us apart, or so it seems. How else could it possibly be? And I sing this song now to you. I hope it means something someday. And if you ever had to choose You know I'm never far away, far away. So there you are, riding in your new car, on the way to a party or two. I was happy 'cause I was with you. Perfect dream, perfect scene, but I'm always alone when I wake. I need you so much that I ache. And I write these words now to you. I hope they mean something someday. And if you ever had to choose, I'd never let you get away, get away. Thank you. Okay, so how are we doing on time here? Okay, so I have a couple new ones, and so I have a new project I'm going under called Made Up Saints. Couple reasons. I wanted to kind of have the option if friends and I collaborate on some music and my friends contribute, that I have sort of a collective name, a moniker for the project, and it's not just all about me. I really want to do more of that, so that was part of the thinking. And yeah, I really wanted to kind of step out of my solo zone and see what else I can make happen. So this is the first single I released under that project, which I released in August. And this song is called Myths, and for once, it's not about relationships. It's about, I like history and science fiction and all sorts of stuff, so I wanted to do something that wasn't like more of my problems, you know? So this is called Myths. Endless summer sky, footsteps in the snow, anytime of year we can go talk about these things we know. Some nights are cold, stories are told, myths that unfold. I take you there if you wanna go. It's like a world you've never known. Bring around these ancient stones. Some nights are cold, stories are told, myths that unfold. Some nights are cold, stories are told, myths they unfold. are cold stories they're told, myths they unfold. Thank you. The middle eight there has a really cool Hammond organ solo going on. I recorded at my friend Eric's studio in Haddam called Dirt Floor with Eric Lichter's awesome, and he was just doing this amazing Hammond solo. So look that song up because that bridge is like magnificent with his touch on there. So this is another one that I've done for that project I have not recorded yet. I have a couple different versions of it, but this is the one that's sticking, but I might collaborate with a friend of mine, so that's why it might come out a little different when we do record it. But this one is called Where Do We Go From Here? And I'll say it's kind of like a existential, it can apply to a lot of different situations, relationships included, So tell me why we go too far. Let's take a ride. Let's disappear for just a day, for just a while. I need some air, need to smile. But I'm fine. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here, my dear? Always so close, never quite there. You're only a glimmer away. Let's get a cold and bold right out of here tonight. Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here, my dear? And if it stings, it may soon burn. And when will I ever learn? Thank you.
Great. So we're going to ask for one more, I guess.
One more. All
If you
right.
don't mind.
I don't.
Thank you.
Let's see, what have I got here for you? Okay, I know what to do here. All right, so this is from my 2006 EP called Fool's Gold. And my friend Patty Rothberg, if you know her, she's a singer-songwriter. We met in college. We went to Parsons Art School together, and we used to jam together at parties. So when I did that EP, I actually recorded it in the studio with where she was living with her partner, who was the engineer, Freddie, and then Patty sang in the song with me. And we did a really fun video in my elementary school playground with my kids in it.
Oh, neat.
So, yeah, so this is called Anyway. I just can't explain why I did all those things to you. It's maybe something that I feel. It's maybe something that you do. I can't believe you asked me to stay, but I guess I'll believe it anyway. Anyway. If you don't believe I love you, tell you what I'll do. I'll just give you all of me, and I'll just give you all you need. I can't believe what happened today, but I guess I'll believe it anyway. Anyway. I can't believe you asked me to stay, and I can't believe, what is it today? I guess I'll believe it anyway. Anyway. Anyway.
Fantastic. Wonderful, Adam. All right, why don't you put down that pretty guitar and bring your tender heart on over so we can have a little chat. I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know that you can find Adam and this wonderful music by going to Linktree, and that's linktr.ee/Adam Lippman, and that's Adam Lippman, Lippman. Correct?
Correct.
Correct. We got that. And that's going to be a great way to link with his Instagram, with your YouTube channel that you told us a little bit about,
Yep.
we can find your videos there. Okay, first of all, how do you go to New Orleans just once, my man? How do you do that one time?
I've been wanting to for a long time to go back.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't happened. I'd love to shoot a video for that song.
Yes.
In New Orleans. So if anybody wants to be, you can be the vampire. Just fly me down there and you could be in the video.
Well, there you go. When you know, you know.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful guitar. I'm wondering, are you multi-instrumental, or are guitars really your tool of choice?
Yeah, I'm multi-instrumental, but my main writing instrument is the guitar, sometimes the piano. Sunblind, actually, the whole intro and the whole main verse was actually done on a synthesizer, and it was keyboard parts. And when I was putting it together, I was like, you know, that part on the keyboard part, if I can just put that on guitar, that would work really cool in here. So sometimes I write that way, and then I'll change the instrument. But I was a bass player for 12 years in a band as well in New York City. I also do my own like electronic drum programming and sequencing, and so like on the album, there's a lot more production.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of that myself. I would do it in my home studio, and then I would bring it into the studio where I was making the record, and we would, you know, make it sound like a record.
Yeah.
But yeah, I play a lot of things. I will say the one thing I don't really have as much rhythm in my feet. So I did buy a drum set.
Yeah.
I'm trying. It's very simple.
Yeah.
But that's maybe.
So you're expanding your musical horizons
I'm trying.
little bit by little bit.
I don't think anyone's going to hire me as their drummer.
Well,
but.
you don't know. You don't know. Now, I do know that you're based in Norwalk. So you mentioned New York. Do you still play out in New York?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
And I know you have a couple gigs coming up that we definitely want to hit on. And again, you can find all that by going to your Linktree.
Yeah.
But can you tell us a little bit about, you've got something going on, I believe, November 30th and then December 6th.
Yes. So November 30th, I'm in Meriden, Connecticut.
Okay.
At the Downtown Coffee Shop.
Terrific.
And that starts at 11. So I'll be there for a couple hours. And then on December 6th, I'll be at a place called Run and Hide Brewing, which is just down the street from the Capitol Theater in Port Chester, New York.
Okay.
I heard that the Allman Betts Family Reunion Band is playing that night. So if you're a fan of them, I'll be done by the time things are just kicking off at the Cap. So make it a combo.
Yeah.
Come see me. I'll be there from 6:30 to 8.
Such a great little town.
Yeah, I love Portchester. There's
Yeah.
a lot
And we should say it's easy to hop the train.
Yes.
It literally lets you off right there.
Right there, yeah. So Metro North, you can literally get off at Portchester. The Cap is right next to you.
Yep.
And if you come down to the street, you'll find Run and Hide.
All walkable.
Yeah.
Not difficult at all. Something that you told us about during your performance was the fact that you are an artist in other mediums as well.
Yeah.
I've actually done a cover story on this. I'm so interested in this. So we have this talent going on, but you also work with other mediums. And you told us you also went to college for art.
Yeah.
Can we just touch on that a little bit?
Sure. Yeah, so when I was in high school, I loved both. I love art, painting, drawings, all that stuff, and music.
Yes.
And I was trying to figure out, am I going to music school or am I going to art school? And so I ended up going to art school, partly because I felt like I had more of a chance of getting a career in art and then still be able to play my music at night.
Good to have a plan B.
But to have a career in something I loved,
Yeah.
and then I can, if the music were to take off ever, I could go with it. So I went my freshman year up at Hartford Art School, which I really liked a lot.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to be in New York City. When I was a kid, I would take the train in to CBGB's punk rock matinees on Sundays. Like, I wanted to be there.
Yes.
So I transferred to Parsons, and I got a graphic design degree. And this was like right before the internet. So right when the internet hit, I fell in love. I made a band website for my band, and I became a web and graphic designer for a long time. I don't really do that anymore. I now work in environmental conservation and nonprofits, but I still paint, I still draw. I've been playing around with pastels lately, which I've really enjoyed. So all my album covers, most of my posters, they're my drawings, they're my paintings. And I actually have an art show that I'm working on, being in a show in Brooklyn next month. So there'll be some of that too. So I just try and
Fantastic.
do it all.
Now, will we be able to find out more about that art show on your link tree? Will that be included, or should we go maybe to more of a social media platform to find out?
So I will post it on my, so my art page my music page is Adam Lippman _music.
Music.
I have an art page that's Adam Lippman _art.
Yep.
So if you want to see my art, then you can check that out as well.
Terrific. I'd also like to touch on the Made Up Saints project. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. The idea behind that, and I wanted to do, as I said, I want to do a project where it's, something I can include other friends and collaborators. Where I came up with the name is there's a lot of people, whether they're good people or bad people, that we put up on a pedestal. We don't worship ourselves enough. We put all of our faith and interest and follow celebrities, all sorts of, not always a good role model, and yet we continue to pour adulation onto certain people.
Yes.
And just, we need to love ourselves a little bit more. And so that's kind of what the idea, where the name came from.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel that way. And so I thought, I don't know, I had a little edge to it.
Yeah.
And
It's
I
very
liked the
cool.
ring to it. So I'll be releasing more stuff under that name.
I love that. So we'll be looking for that as well. You talked a little bit about Eric Lichter, and
Yes.
I'd love to dip into your catalog a little bit. Can you tell our viewers out there this evening maybe a little bit about your catalog? I know you said your latest came out in 2022, if I got that
Yeah.
right. So this is a big question. Let's talk a little bit about your catalog,
Okay.
and perhaps any inspiration or something we can look at you might be working on now to put out. And I'm going to throw Eric Lichter into the mix because a lot of us out there know him.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk about him when I get to that part of my
That sounds
catalog.
good.
So starting at the beginning, I had a band in high school with a bunch of my friends. We were like a new wave goth kind of.
What'd you call yourselves?
We were called Sarusa because it was the street that one of our friends' family lived. It was weird. But it was like a street name that near where we live. And I was a rhythm guitarist for that band. We did that. We almost got a local record label, Turn of the Century they were called at the time, interested in us. But then our drummer, she moved to California. We also had a female drummer, which everyone thought was super awesome.
That is cool.
So she moved to California, so that kind of ended. And then I went to college and I started playing in a band as a bassist, a band called Supple.
Okay.
And I wasn't the songwriter, but we had a good run. We had a record deal. We got a lot of radio play. We got to play with a lot of really cool bands. I think my favorite was opening for 24/7 Spies at CBGB's.
How
that was
neat.
Pretty spectacular. And then we did a cover of Staying Alive by the Bee Gees that had cellos and congas, kind of mellow. And it was in a movie called Hurricane Streets, which won like a Sundance triple award.
Wow.
In 1997. And then I was with that band a little bit, and then I was like, you know what? It's time to start doing my own stuff.
Yeah.
So when that kind of the dust settled on that band, I did my first solo record, which was in 2002. It's called Lo-Fi High Maintenance. I love a good pun, and it's a self-deprecating for sure. And that was my first full record that had that song Perfect on it. And then fast forward to 2006, I did that EP Fool's Gold, which had Patty on there. And then out of that project, I had hired a few people to play in the live band with me, and we really connected. So we started a band called Automatic Children. And that was in New York City, and we played from 2007 to 2019. Put out a lot of records, did a lot of CMJ festivals, played a lot for a long time. It was a really great project. And that came to an end in 2019. That year I told you about, also did a number on my band because
I almost got up and hugged you. I mean, that really.
I couldn't do much.
Yes.
So that definitely.
You did enough. You're here today.
Yeah.
So
that was kind of, that ended in 2019, and then I started working on the songs. The first couple songs from the Some Things Cast Long Shadows.
Yes.
Is my 2022 record.
Awesome.
And then I did, we're almost there. Then I did a song called Wasted in January, which was under my solo name. Really fun single. I really like it. It's kind of Sonic Youth. And then I decided to do the Made Up Saints project, and I really loved Myths, and I thought it was really strong. And I had seen Eric's name all over, and everybody was just like raving about him and about his studio. And I, being an outdoor guy, the cabin itself.
Up there, the view, and you really removed.
That environment in itself was so conductive to being, creativity.
Yes.
It's really inspiring, and so I was like, this is my two favorite things, like the woods and music.
And the dog.
And the dog. And Guido is one of his engineers, has an amazing dog too.
Yes.
So I've got pictures of my guitar and the dogs, and but we just connected like instantly. I think I was in and out of there 4.5 hours, and with that song in the bag.
Wonderful.
And Eric just is so amazing.
Yeah.
Like he can play everything.
He's got
and
skills.
He's just so imaginative, and
yes.
So I am absolutely going back to record more with him.
Terrific.
I'm just waiting for timing and everything, and when I want to put the next thing out. But yeah, it was really magical. So if you haven't heard of Dirt Floor, you should check them out because I highly recommend.
Yeah, and you have to click. I mean, you can be there for days. And if you're banging your head against a wall, you're not going to get it. So I'm glad it clicked together.
Yeah.
I also want to ask you about, we're listening to all these originals and you're talking about all these originals. Do you have any love for a good cover? I'm a sucker for a good cover. Do you ever do any of those?
I do. So most of the shows I played were always like originals, and then for like festivals and stuff, and then you throw a cover in there.
Yes.
I used to do a pretty not even close to Nick Drake's level of playing a cover of Pink Moon,
Yeah.
which I really liked. I'm actually, both of those shows coming up are much longer,
Yeah.
so I'm going to be doing a lot of covers.
Yeah.
But they're still in line with, like, I love The Church, I love New Order, I love Love and Rockets, I love Joseph Arthur, if you know him, The Swell Season.
Yeah.
I do a couple Swell Season covers, Damien Rice. So a little bit of folk, a little bit of new wave, reimagined. So I'm actually really excited about it.
Yeah.
To be able to play a bunch of those songs, and like a lot of the songs that I'm playing, like I've never heard anybody cover them.
Yeah.
So I'm excited because I feel like at least it'll be something new for people to hear. And
Very cool.
so yeah, there'll be a lot of them.
Well, I'm glad. I'll be looking for them. I know we're running out of time, but I'd like to, there's viewers out there that might have turned the channel and they're tuning in, and they're thinking about what you went through and what you just shared with us, both musically and letting us know about that very difficult year. Perhaps there's someone out there that's having that kind of year.
Yeah.
Is there anything, you have such great energy, I feel like you're sharing with us today. Is there anything, maybe a pearl of wisdom that perhaps could make a difference for someone out there that's watching today? I mean, you have such as I said, great energy, a great smile, and even one of those things could have felled a regular human being. So is there anything you could share maybe that it might help somebody out there tonight?
Yeah, for me, I think that first song, the Let the Storm Blow Through song, whether I have functionally processed the things I'm talking about, I think accepting what is and knowing that it will pass, and you just have to move through it, and eventually it'll be done, and you'll be stronger for it, and it's not going to be easy sometimes, but hang in there.
Hang in there.
This
too shall pass,
Yeah.
sometimes like a kidney stone, but it will pass.
Yeah, some of them felt like that.
All right, well, listen, I'm hoping we get one more song from you as we play out, if that's
Absolutely.
okay. Adam Lippman, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you.
You as well.
I really enjoyed the performance, and you've definitely got a new fan in me, and I'm
thank
sure
you.
there's a lot out there. Why don't you go on and get ready, and I'm going to let everybody know that once again, you can go to Linktree, that's linktr.ee, and a slash, and then Adam Lippman, AdamLippman is his name, and I do hope you will look him up and follow him and support live music and wonderful artists that are writing original music. I want to thank Grandma for Grandma's Attic Music Review and the fact that she had me in today. We are compadres on WCNI 90.9 FM, and once again, I'm absolutely thrilled to be able to be here. So thank you so much. Adam, play us out, darling.
Will do. This is always my last song. It's the last one on that record, and it's called So Long. So, here we go. So long, don't overstay your welcome. The time has come. One more force for reckoning. So long. What's the use in missing? What's gone, gone? It's never gonna happen. My last song, one last act of wanting. My swan, I'm an ugly duckling. Wrap it up, it's time to go. Kill the light, I'm going home. Wrap it up, it's time to go. Time to go, going home. Wrap it up, it's time to go. Shut off the light, take me home. Wrap it up, it's time to go. Time to go, going home. So long. One more hand for folding. Then I'm done, done. And I'll be at your mercy, mercy. So long. So long. One more hand for holding. My swan, I'm an ugly duckling. All right, let's